Well, hello. Good afternoon. How are you doing, Nicole?
Good. How are you doing? Thanks for having me.
Good. Yeah, absolutely. I was excited because, not everybody is willing to do videos. So I'm glad that you allowed me to intrude on your personal space. But I wanted to formally introduce you. This is Nicole. She is not a new agent, but new to EXP. So just kind of wanted to give you a warm welcome and maybe talk a little about yourself. So I know it's always so uncomfortable. Nobody
Yeah.
ever likes to talk about themselves, but I truly believe the best way to build your business is to work on your natural sphere, so
Yeah.
and the best way to do that is really to get people to know, like, and trust you. And so one of the best ways to do that is, video and just sharing your life. So why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself? Don't be shy.
Well, this is a new comfort zone that I'm getting out of. So, again, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be a part of EXP. I live in the Medina County area. I've been born and raised in between Cuyahoga and Medina County, so this is all my home area that I'm familiar with.
Yep.
Married with two daughters. A 2-year-old and a 6-year-old who keep me very busy.
Yeah, I bet. I only have
um,
a dog and then he keeps
yeah,
me busy.
yeah, I got the 2 kids and 2 dogs and a cat, so it gets a little crazy here. Um, and from a career standpoint, I've actually worked in healthcare my whole career. So I am a nursing home administrator by trade, and I was part of that industry, and I still am, um, going on 21 years now. And in
Amazing.
2020, I wanted to kind of grow my talents and go into real estate. It's always been an interest of mine. I've always enjoyed watching all the home shows, and my
Yep.
husband's in mortgage financing, so it's
Which is amazing
yeah,
because you already have that advantage.
yep,
You have somebody living with you that can talk through scenarios. You get to hear his, like, issues, and that's
absolutely.
amazing. Sorry to
Yeah,
interrupt.
so it's no, you're fine. So it's vocabulary I'm absolutely familiar
Yeah,
with, and he's been a great coach, even though he doesn't realize he has. So it's been topics of dinner conversation for 10 plus years now.
yep,
Um, so I, took the test and did what I needed to do to get my license, and that's when COVID hit. So it was a little slow start getting off because
sure.
people weren't really doing open houses back in 2020 and the world kind of shut down. So things were just different for the real estate world.
Yeah,
Um, but I still pushed through, and I was actually part of a multi-million dollar producing team. And most recently, I have just really wanted to span on my own and do my own thing. I've obviously watched you and a lot of other colleagues or counterparts kind of join the EXP crew, and I've heard really great things about the company. They're growing like fire. And so, just the education piece to EXP alone has been a huge milestone for me. Obviously, I've always believed that you can learn every day. I could be, a real estate agent for 40 years, and I'm sure there's something I could still learn. The industry is always changing. So the education piece, I think, is a huge advantage through EXP, and allowing me to kind of help my clients be able to be kind of at the top forefront of all the new things that come to the real estate industry. So,
yeah,
um,
absolutely.
yeah.
Because I mean, I'm sure other brokerages will eventually catch on, but like this brokerage was designed as a cloud base. So they're already a world ahead of everybody else.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
that's awesome. Um, okay, so brought to current day, you just joined what, a few months ago?
Yeah, going on almost 2 months now. Yep.
Okay, gosh,
Which has
time
gone really
flies,
fast, I know.
doesn't it? That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned education, which is huge. I think also, who you align yourself with matters, because they're the ones that are going to be able to help guide you. A lot of
Mhm.
this industry is, you have to be a self starter,
Yep,
which,
absolutely.
God, you have been like, I don't even know like how to explain, but the amount of stuff that you have already learned and done on your own in the last 2 months is incredible. So, give
Thank
yourself a
you.
pat on the back for that, seriously.
Appreciate that. I'm sure
Uh,
there's still lots more to learn, but,
always.
I'm excited. I'm excited about all the different things that are coming our way, especially the, AI part of real
Yes.
estate that I know that's something that you've been really starting to investigate and research. So, I'm learning that I'm not as technologically as advanced as I thought I was. So it's definitely a learning curve. But I think that, like you said, for the education piece, that's really my passion in this part of it. So even though I come from the healthcare industry background, with, like you said, the information that I get from my husband being home and being around that,
Mhm.
and my passion for making sure people understand what they're doing, the steps, the processes. That's something I really hone in on, especially in this industry of the real estate industry as well. So I know my transactions have been successful because my clients have felt very fulfilled in what was coming next, the next steps, and what to expect. There wasn't really any big surprises. And I was very, honest and realistic with the expectations of what's coming. So um, yeah, education's a big thing for me, and I think it's very transient from one industry to another. So
Yeah, very much so. And I think the healthcare, you being in that industry before is also so important because
absolutely,
although we're not taking care of patients, we're holding people's hands
yeah,
through this entire process. And you need to have good, for lack of better words, bedside manner,
yep,
like
absolutely,
you need to be able to explain things at their level and have care and compassion, because while you and I do this several times a year, all year long, this is their only transaction for quite a few years, usually.
yep,
So, for them to feel, you know, comfortable is so important. So, and I think those kind of go hand in hand. You can't really be I think it's also customer service. Healthcare is definitely customer service, and that's, what we do.
yeah,
So,
hundred
super
percent.
important. That's awesome. So you're from the Medina County area, and also we're both Mustangs.
Strongsville alumni.
Yes. I actually have my 20-year reunion coming up this year.
Then that means I have my 19, even though
Uh,
19 is not really a reunion you celebrate, but that means I'm very close behind.
yeah,
Oh dear, time
it's
flies.
makes you feel old, right?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
But so you've definitely then obviously kind of probably been everywhere from up in Cleveland along the lake to probably a little bit further south than Medina, I would imagine.
Yep.
Um,
And all the way to Lake County and Ashtabula County. So I
yeah.
actually, right out of college, I traveled for a living, and I actually was renting a room out of one of my best friend's condos because I was only there a couple days a week.
Hmm.
And that was actually out in Concord Township. So I got very familiar with Paynesville, Mentor on the Lake,
That's
that whole
awesome.
area. And I worked multiple nursing home positions in Lake County in the Snow Belt, Richmond Heights, Highland Heights, those areas. So I have a pretty wide range that
Yeah.
I'm familiar with. Obviously, geographical changes happen and there's new things that come in that I probably don't know about, but I know enough about it to be able to navigate appropriately. So
Enough to be dangerous.
yeah,
That's all you
exactly.
need. The good thing about our career, and you would probably agree, is that if we're not super educated on the area, we can get educated very
Absolutely.
quickly. And I know personally, if I have never like worked in the area or I don't feel comfortable, I would always communicate that. You know, I definitely don't ever want to do a disservice to my clients, but I'm kind of the same way. I go about an hour. Um,
Radius. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
Medina, you know, gone as far south as Mansfield. Just depends, you know, it's really wherever our clients take us because they would rather have us who they know and trust
Sure.
and can figure out an area rather than a perfect stranger, you
Yeah,
know.
absolutely.
So,
Well, and I mean that's another point to EXP as well is that there are so many real estate agents that are part of this team and you know just the forums. I mean, there's plenty of different forums we're part of and direct communication with each other that if there's something that we're lacking on, obviously the honesty with the client's important, but we have so many resources to be able to get those answers or, you know,
yep.
pull what information is needed to make sure that the buyers are educated and have all the facts and pieces that they need. So that's another huge piece and advantage in my opinion as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I won't take up too much more of your time. Is there anything else you wanted to? I put your number and your email down below. So,
Perfect.
you know, and as always, feel free to reach out to Nicole on social media, email her cell,
Yeah.
whatever you'd like. She would love to help you in your next home purchase or sale. And
Absolutely. No, I don't have anything else. I really appreciate you taking the time to kind of introduce me under the XP umbrella. And I'm excited for this journey of this part of my career. So,
yeah, I am too. I can't wait. And hopefully, we'll get to introduce you live and in person to some people in the industry soon. And I know we won't be seeing the last of you just yet. Awesome. Well, thanks for coming, and we will talk soon.
awesome. Thanks, Lindsay.
All right. Have a great day.
You too.